Byron Brown, EDD 834, Module 4 assignment, Dr. Harriet Thompson. Casula acknowledged the research of John French and Bertram Raven, who identified the 5 types of social powers as legitimate, coercive, reward, expert, and reverent. French and Bertram view legitimate, coercive, and rewards power as formal because they require an individual to have an actual formal position of authority within an organization. Legitimate power is positional and is derived solely from the position of authority one holds in a formal organization and is based on a predetermined hierarchical structure. I need to note that legitimate power is not arbitrary or negotiable and is based on both perception and reality. The reality is that an individual holds certain authority solely based on their position, while the perception is because they hold that position, they possess a certain level of knowledge, skill, and expertise. Coercive power is usually positional and rests in one's positional authority to punish others. Coercive power seeks to force or compel a certain behavior versus persuading or inspiring it. Reward power can also come from an individual's ability to give or take away things people may want or desire. According to Toole, these rewards can be tangible or intangible. The final 2 social powers, expert and reverent, are reviewed as informal because neither requires an individual to hold a formal position of authority. French and Bertram viewed expert power as the ability to influence others based on sharing knowledge, information, and expertise. It is constructed on the perception that these individuals possess a higher level of knowledge or a specialized skill set that others do not have. Reverent power is derived from the interpersonal skills of influencing others through the use of charisma and personal acceptance. Reverent power is simply a leader's ability to cultivate respect and admiration from his or her followers. It is the truest representation of leading by example. Legitimate power includes setting behavioral expectations, delegating tasks, performance evaluations, hiring, and terminating employees. Coercive power is manifest in many ways, including public shaming, withholding information, exclusion, sabotaging, and threats of termination or withholding of advancement. Individuals use coercive powers to motivate or stop particular behaviors. Rewards such as recognition, praise, monetary bonuses, and advancement are used to motivate individuals to reproduce a particular behavior or similar outcomes, which allows leaders to maintain a highly motivated workforce. Before getting into this next section, I must preface that I love my current position and those I work for and with. With that said, I would like to describe 2 prevalent social powers I observe in my current work environment: legitimate and coercive power. In the current school I work in, our mantra is one school, one vision. But I have come to learn that this vision is not necessarily achieved through intrinsic motivation, but many times through the systematic and intentional use of legitimate and coercive power by those in positions of authority. It begins with the alpha mentality leader who uses positional power as the school's principal to forcibly nudge others to move in the direction desired. These characteristics have been learned and subsequently utilized by many individuals in positions of authority within our school, and now the use of legitimate and coercive powers can be observed at various levels throughout our school. Our principal frequently uses humor as the vehicle to exert his legitimate and coercive power. He will commonly joke or use a kind of sarcastic humor to reinforce this power. Phrases such as, "They must forget who the principal is," "Oh, I'm only the principal," "You may want to do that if you like working here," and finally, "This may not be the right environment for you," are commonly used in a lighthearted sense, but the meaning is felt. It creates an effective environment where people seem to move in a vacuum and exhibit confidence once their thoughts, ideas, and beliefs have been assured by the principal. What I notice is that others in authority, including myself, quickly align our efforts and energy with that of our principal. You will commonly hear us administrators, department heads, instructional coaches, guidance counselor, and athletic coaches utilizing the same legitimate and coercive power tactics as our principal because they are effective and are in line with the principal. We use titles and positions to nudge others to move. If the title doesn't do it, the use of coercive measures will be implemented. The first tactic usually employed is involving the principal. For instance, if someone needs to have a crucial conversation with the teacher, initially they may not speak with the teacher directly. They may take a more coercive approach and send an email that is copied to the principal, who may not even be aware of the situation. By simply copying the principal's name on the email provokes a sense of urgency within the employee, which usually motivates them to move in the manner the person in authority desires. There may have been situations where an individual who possesses a title will invoke the principal's name or the one school, one voice mantra to insinuate the individual they are dealing with may not be aligned with the school or leader's vision, which is a problem. Even when reward power is utilized to recognize or celebrate individuals, it may be coupled with sarcastic humor that constantly makes one wonder. The concept of the alpha dog is customarily used to describe someone who is the strongest and most capable person in the group. The traditional myth with the alpha dog concept is that these leaders lead through force and brutality. The term alpha is traditionally linked to physical strength, dominance, and assertiveness, being loud and being in control. The Urban Dictionary defines alpha dog as the leader or authority in a group, especially in one's group of peers. Alpha dogs are further defined as those who are in position of authority, credible, and very high performing. Kasula notes expertise, credibility with peers, and consistent high-level results are the primary indicators of an alpha dog. Their actions and behavior are in sync with the energy of the company. They know who they are and what they believe in and act courageously on their personal truths. The term alpha male was first used by David Meck in his book, The Wolf: Ecology and Behavior of Endangered Species. Meck states alpha males are dominant in wolf pack. They lead the pack and secure the future existence of the pack. Just as alpha males in organizations lead and secure the mentality of their organizations. They can lead, motivate, and inspire those around them while maintaining a sense of power over their peers. Those with the alpha mentality take charge in difficult situations, provide guidance and stability to those around them. They possess a unique combination of confidence, leadership, and influence. They pursue consistent growth and mastery by facing inner demons, acknowledging weaknesses, and identifying and pursuing their personal truths. Through this, they learn to trust themselves and their beliefs. They seek to create genuine connections with others by communicating and inspiring with class and respect. Their pursuits are driven by tenacity and an urgent sense of mission.